Hola, ¿qué tal? Ya estamos de vuelta con estos enfrentamientos de 1 contra 1. Y es que, representando al equipo Fuego, tenemos a un hombre que fue MVP de los mundiales en 2014. Tenemos a Mata!
Well, you might have heard of him, but you've definitely heard of his opponent, the 1v1 king himself. The title, he's going to tumble his way to the Korean Bjergsen. It's Faker! Some robots!
What's he actually?
Faker's like, what are they doing? What
What is this?
He's tilted. He's tilted. That's it. He's already tilted.
This was actually a long con set up by Mata, the tilt faker. He hired them.
Paid off Ibai and Dash. But crowd already getting started up for Faker. But
Yeah, I'm getting distracted. There's like a giant picture of Faker like above me right now, so I'm just actually not paying too much attention to what you're saying. Hurts.
it does. It does. I mean, Faker and Mata. We'll talk about Mata, 2014 World's MVP. Faker, 2016 World's MVP. These are both guys who were the best player in the world at one point for their role, for sure.
Yeah, but Mata became the best player by knowing the best spots to ward and where to walk. Faker became the best player in the world by killing people. So that's kind of a dichotomy that they kind of need to survive right there. However, Mata, I think, is rumored to play different roles. Allegedly, he has like different accounts that he ranks up all the way to Challenger in different roles, kind of the role-specific accounts. So he knows how to play almost every single champion. And he's also no stranger to the Howling Abyss.
Exactly.
There's a shot.
Yep. Anyway, we do want to hear a little bit more about how he loves the Howling Abyss. So we're going to throw it over to Mata to get his opinion.
개인적으로는 제가 칼바람 나락에 대해서 자부심이 엄청나기 때문에 이번에 좀 잘하고 싶네요. 제가 시즌 2부터 나와가지고 사실 랭크보다 약간 좋아했던 게임이 그 미드 5대5 아람전인데 이번에 그냥 캐리하고 싶네요.
I feel like I've been doing everything wrong in my life.
Yeah, that last thing we did wasn't very good.
I mean, except for the really awkward toss. So like, I've told myself I'm too old to play the game. 28-year-old guy wins only sin. I focus so much on rank, calling like ARAM a waste of time. And the best support in the world says ever since season 2, he's kind of just playing ARAMs all the time. He likes it more than rank. So maybe that's the approach.
Oh, yeah! Let's go!
Oh, they actually did.
They locked it. Faker, I mean, he accepted duels where it was mirror match and Nivea against Froggen last year. Faker, he is susceptible to challenges.
I mean, Faker has to accept. You don't want to have a story of like, yes, I challenged Faker to a duel, and he was too afraid to accept it.
Yeah, and I think as well, another thing is, in Faker's position though, when you accept somebody's duel, you have more to lose than them. Because if they beat Faker, they beat Faker. You lose, it's like,
Proposing Faker to a mirror match is always a win-win.
Yeah.
If he denies, you actually have a story where you won a little bit, and if not, it's still on your terms. Like, it's the best shot you have to win.
Exactly. And if you lose against Faker, nobody's going to hold that against you, right? And that's actually a big problem with being the #1, is you have nobody to really chase anymore. And Faker, though, up against Mata, this is really interesting, because why would it be Yasuo? Mata,
it's like,
Mata Yasuo.
It's the ultimate skill champion, though, in Korea. It's regarded as I mean, it's a champion nobody wants on his team because he goes 2-10. But then when he's on the opposing team, he's obviously 20-0. But it's an incredibly high champion, and also just really fun to watch.
I love Yasuo so much. The tiny things in his mechanics, the Q into the E into the auto, the Q, stuff like that. It's really cool. And then there's a lot of great tricks, too, where you can like spin on a minion before R-ing.
Yeah, Mata's running 1% crit. He's going for it.
That's actually a very common Korean page. I'll look at a lot of Peanuts pages. They'll have them. And you're like, wait, you might crit the jungle creep. What?
That's actually happened to me once. Actually, it happened in the OGN finals.
Is that why you lost?
We lost for many more reasons than that, but that was actually
1% crit. That's the story I'm going to tell.
I stole a red buff because my jungle crit right before the last auto attack. That's what happened on a live game, and then we tilted a tiny bit.
So who'd you give the red buff over to?
I was Soraka. Like, he had red buff Soraka. And like, anyways, doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Old story. Faker versus Mata. Faker is not running the 1% crit, so RNG gods have to be with Mata for once.
So this is the matchup that I will usually play on the 1v1 map, I'll just play Yasuo every time that I can, because otherwise I can only feed 1 kill. You can't go to 0-8. It prevents me from doing that. But every time you miss a Q, it's actually a big deal in this matchup.
Yeah, it's about lining up the Qs to hit both minions and honestly the enemy Yasuo. Mata got pressured first because he really didn't feel comfortable trading against Faker. Faker standing on the outside of turret range here, so every time Mata walks up, he can at least get a Q in the face. He wants to stack it up. It's a very micro-heavy matchup, but you really want to click really right next to your champion. Faker's still level 1.
Oh, Faker might be done.
He has to get out. That was a really good trade by Mata.
Got him again!
Tower shot. Ignite.
One more. God! Mata takes down Faker. And he takes over the Spanish crowd.
I think I'm trying to break this down. It all goes back to the Q that Faker used after the first wave. The crowd is in love with this.
Oh, Faker again. Mirror match. The opponent's terms goes down. Team Ice. Ooh. I mean,
yeah, Faker used the Q when he turned around into the thin air, and Mata just rushed for that first minion, got level 2, and then went so aggressive on Faker that Faker never got access to that dying creep. Borderline level 2 right there. Obviously, it's the 7th creep that levels you up, so the first melee minion of the second wave. Faker should have been there quicker because he had the push.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Faker got the push on him, and when the minions actually create a nice line for the Yasuo, you have more chase down. You have a longer lane to actually make the Yasuo run down. So being underneath your turret in a mirror match like this isn't necessarily the worst thing, because they have to keep running from you. You get an E on them.
Mata did it really well. He walked alongside his creep to his zone, but even then, the waves are still going to meet in the middle. So in essence, it wouldn't matter. It was just the decision-making. I think Mata had his Q up sooner, which allowed him to take down that creep much faster.
I want to see it again. I want to see it in almost like long form.
Because this is the end, and we obviously know how we got here. It actually takes quite some stones to go in here as well, taking a turn shot voluntarily, but then dancing out.
Even didn't have the ignite as well. The focus there, the half joy. You can see he landed. That's where it's like he landed the knock-up.
Faker's like, I always hated 1v1s anyways.
Oh. Team Ice, though, coming up big today so far.
I mean, Yankees is hoping.
Reckless Karsa.
If Mata can beat Faker,
anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
28-year-old wins today. Mata gets taken a victory over Faker. That's insane.
Jankos is not going to be Prey. Or is he?
Well,
we don't know.